We are in the middle of war. American service members are dying. And we have Fox News focusing on the foremost issue of our time. Was Kamala Harris hot? Was she, guys? No. I know gas prices are up almost 50%. I know. But come on. Was she hot or not? Jesse Watters doesn't really think so. He thinks that she was okay. When I tell you that I feel kind of bad for the lone liberal on Fox News' The Five, Jessica Tarlov, this is the kind of crap I'm talking about. This is a real discussion on one of the three biggest 24-hour cable channels in the United States. My reaction? Exactly. Take a listen to this crap.
Doesn't exist.
I have to disagree with Dana. I didn't think Kamala was hot.
Oh, she was
I
attractive.
said she was beautiful. I'd say hot.
I don't know. I mean, she was okay. But I mean, if we're talking hot, she's not hot.
Well, I didn't say hot. I said,
well, it's about hot people, okay?
AOC.
I'm not going to go
Gretchen
there.
Whitmer. You're being generous.
The
AOC, he's not willing to get into. There is a huge, God, how is this the United States? There's a big media literacy lesson here. They are not trying to convince you that the Iran war is good. They are not trying to convince you that gas prices haven't really spiked almost 50% in 2 months. They instead are talking about other things. This is one of these 1984 versus Brave New World type of moments. And I know I've talked about this before, but it bears repeating for those that are not familiar with this. If you've never read these two books, I can't recommend them to you more highly. George Orwell wrote a book, 1984. And the premise in 1984 was that the government is straight up lying to you. They call a department that wages war in the book the Ministry of Peace. They call the propaganda department the Ministry of Truth. They are actively trying to convince you things are different than they are. That's 1984. The counterpart to this is a book called Brave New World by Aldous Huxley. In that book, the approach from the government to deceive people is less about telling you that, the hat I'm holding up is actually blue when it's red, right? It's not about those direct confrontations. It's sort of about just flooding society with so much trivia and nonsense that nobody's even really paying attention anymore. The book also includes the widespread availability of a drug called Soma, which I don't even remember exactly what the drug does, but I think it just kind of makes people, it's a euphoric of sorts. So people are like, I don't really care what's going on. What we are seeing when Fox News does a debate over whether Kamala's hot, right? It's not the 1984 approach of arguing the war is going great and it's cool and gas prices are fine and prices are down. No, that'd be the 1984 approach. They're going with the Brave New World approach. Let me distract you with this meaningless trivia. Our friend Jessica Tarlov was not thrilled with it. Take a listen.
I have a contract that says I can do what I want.
I think everyone is being way too generous for these people, including the Dems. Like, Ossoff looks like a Stewie,
Stop
baby
it.
Stewie with hair. I'm just saying, this is the same party that
beneath
lambasts
you.
people
He's a
in the Trump
good-looking guy.
administration for wearing hoops and long hair, and then they say everyone is hot. Like, you can't have both.
What? We can. Senator My Boo, you are great.
Okay.
Who's
All right.
Boo?
That's what they call John.
Okay, up next.
All right. So Jessica likes Senator John Ossoff, finds him attractive. And then just one more clip here from this discussion.
Because apparently there's someone that
There's no
runs
time
this
left.
like thirst trap X account, and it's all about
Senator
like,
My Boo.
Yes.
Yes.
But here's what she said. Sort of what you said, where she was like, it's about the values, and that's what makes them hot. She pushed back against a rebuke of toxic masculinity, but at the same time saying that Ossoff was hot. So I feel like they're trying to thread the needle where they're like, oh no, guys, it's just about putting, men in women's bathrooms. And also, though, he has to be a 10 on the scale.
It's not that complicated. They're talking like normal people, which you guys have been begging us to do for quite some time.
Too late.
John Ossoff is really good at his job. He's also attractive. Georgia Senate race, now Republicans have all but conceded that they're not going to be able to flip that seat back because he's that good. This is just being a normal human being. AOC is very hot. Gretchen Whitmer is very hot. Kamala Harris is very, all right, whatever. Maybe not. You don't want to go on a date with Gretchen Whitmer. She won't go on a date with you either. I'm just saying all of this is ridiculous.
I won't answer her call.
You want to be.
So listen, there's two analyses here, and they're both, they are parallel to each other. Number one, Jessica Tarlov is attempting, and it's tough given the company that she's struggling there with. Jessica Tarlov is attempting here to make the point that there is these fan accounts that find Ossoff attractive or whatever, they are doing what the right said is supposed to be a good thing. Talk like normal people. Hey, this guy's attractive, that one, whatever. That's number one. And she's trying to make the point that this is kind of what you guys wanted. This is what you all suggested. Democrats aren't talking like normal people. Here they are talking like normal people. You say you don't like it. Okay, that's number one. It's an interesting point. But the really big takeaway is the way in which this is serving up pablum to the masses to distract them from what is taking place in this country. When there is a segment about this at all, they've got no more unicorns and ponies for their audience. They can't go look at these ginger snaps and strawberry flavored waterfalls anymore because they don't exist. It's a fiasco out there. 40% of the country would have to borrow to meet an unexpected $400 expense. Gas is up almost 50%. I'm not going to give you the whole list. Beef is up. Bananas are up. My beautiful sumo oranges are up. I can't even get the golden kiwis anymore. Okay, that's because of the season. That has nothing to do with Trump. But the point is, they have no way to convince their audience that everything's going well. And so instead, it's let's argue over whether it's good or bad, good strategy or bad strategy, embarrassing or endearing, for fan accounts of certain Democratic elected officials to be saying, we find some of these people physically attractive. That's where it is. They'd rather not explain or argue, so they'll talk to you about this other thing. We're not going to fall for it, and we're going to vote in November, that I can assure you. Appreciate you watching. Stick around for this next video, and don't forget to hit subscribe so you actually see our uploads. You can also catch the full podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.